Today we'll be reacting to But True Freaky Ass Roommates. Before we get into it though, I want to apologize that I haven't been streaming. There's just been a lot going on for a while now. I was supposed to stream on Friday, but there wasn't a lot of vids to react to. So there was like only 2. So threw that in the garbage. Tried streaming on Saturday. But we had some technical difficulties. So that never happened. Sunday's my off day. I don't stream there because NFL Sunday. And then yesterday I was trying to stream. You could even check out my last video. That was like, I'll stream at this time. And then literally right after I posted that video, I was told that I have to go to my sister's cheer competition. Her cheer competition was that night. So I couldn't stream there. So I'm going to try and stream tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The link to my Twitch is down below. But if you don't see me pop up, that means something happened that got in the way. But if you don't see anything, then something went wrong. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Never telling this story, but I would have been incredibly happy never telling this story.
Okay.
But
warning, you will see mentally unstable people on my channel. Okay, for the love of all that is in holy, please do not do anything these social rejects do. If you or anyone known is absent-minded enough to idolize any of these people, please seek professional help immediately. I am currently on vacation for it. This video has been made ahead of time and is released on schedule. Don't know why I need to tell you that. I just feel like saying it. If you made it this far, tell me which version of the Hulk is better. Wrong answers will be banned from this planet. Low-key, I think was it Mark Ruffalo's Hulk? I feel like it's the best looking Hulk. But the Hulk in that first movie mentality, the way he was moving, that's Hulk. Not the new Hulk. No. 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 Oh, what the heck?
at the same time, it's one of my favorites because it comes with a lot of morals. Last story time I made, people kept calling it fake even though I put a lot of video and picture evidence in the story. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, well I can never tell this one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
But at the same time, I'm like, fucking, well shit, if you can tell a story and put evidence in it and people still call it fake, then there's literally no point in holding back. So I'm gonna tell this story. Enjoy. All of the previous roommates I'd had in my apartment moved out. Some of them couldn't afford to live there. Some of their boyfriends didn't like the fact that they had a guy for a roommate. Some of them, I can't really say why because it's not my story to tell. And don't get me wrong, I genuinely thought most of these people were cool in their own individual ways.
Okay.
So of course I wished them the best and told them we would always be friends. But I was at my limit with some of these people. Like I said, most of them were really cool at the end of the day, but there were some huge problems that I can realistically say I am not going to miss. Such as having people routinely crash out on me because it's their period and for some reason that gives them the right to be an asshole. Weekly and sometimes bi-weekly drug-induced anxiety attacks. Beefing with their boyfriends because they for some delusional reason think that I want their girls. So like I said, awesome group of people. But even awesome people have problems that make them, like, extremely not fucking awesome to be around. I do kind of miss them sometimes, though. I really wonder what they're up to. I don't know. Maybe if things went a little differently, then we could What the hell was that? One thing that sucks about living alone is there is literally no one to blame all the random noises you hear around your house on. I developed this habit of getting up and leaving the room I was in because I was certain somebody was spying on me. I started unlocking a lot of fears about being in my room animating. Because with me being the only person here, the only person somebody could hurt if they got in here was me.
Give me your ass, nigga. Nigga, you see me looking at you, nigga. Give me your ass, nigga.
And like I said, I still like living alone, but there was just some things that were not worth it. Like the rent is so much more expensive when it's just you paying for it versus you and 3 other people paying for it. It was almost like $2,000 a month. Not to mention at that point, the price of almost everything was going up. I was dangerously close to giving head for a carton of eggs, bro. That would have been a real low point. So after a while of thinking,
Hey, yo.
to myself, I'm like, okay, I guess I've had my fun. It's time we get some roommates to fill all these empty rooms. But I didn't want just anybody in here. It was important to me that I maintain my peace this time. So I started scheduling some interviews to look for possible roommates. Out of all the interviews I had, there were 3 people that stood out to me. Fiona, Michael, and Kimmy. And also this other dude that I used to hang out with, but he lost his phone and went AFK right before the interviews. The person I really wanted though was Kimmy. We had known each other for almost a year at that point, and she was also looking to move out of her parents' place. But due to what I can only imagine is the way that I look, going against their traditional Asian values, they did not want her moving in with me. It actually escalated and they ended up calling.
She doesn't want me to tell that story yet. Yet though. Someday we might get it, but that day is not today.
Even though she couldn't live there, she would come to visit me like almost every single day, which, in my opinion, makes it like she actually does live there, so I don't really know what her parents were going for. But Fiona and Michael seem like cool people, so the last thing left for them to do was to sign the contract. After that, we shook hands and that does not look like they're shaking my hand, bro. Come on. For a while, they never really struck me as weird people while they were living there. I always spent most of the day animating. Usually around the time that I wanted to call it quits, Mike would come home from his job with a 6-pack. Fiona was always a different case though. She loved to talk and I always thought that was really cool about her, but every now and then, she would say some very not PG-13 stuff in the conversation. And me, with the sense of humor that I have, I always thought the shit was hilarious. But Kimmy, on the other hand, did not find it to be the most charming. I didn't really care, bro. As long as they were paying their rent, I didn't have any
GG's.
problems with them. Like I said earlier, I'm usually at home animating. One day, I'm sitting at home wrapping up this absolute fucking masterpiece, bro. I got my headphones in, just kind of tuning out the world, but in the corner of my vision, I can see Michael and Fiona arguing about something. But I'm right towards the end of finishing the video, so I don't really care that much. But through my headphones, I can pick up some noticeable buzzwords, such as girlfriend and f***ing. So I'm like, okay, let me remove my headphones and pay attention to the conversation that's happening in front of me. And I've been trying to be a little bit more sensitive with my stories. This is a gross fucking topic, but the YouTube friendly version of it is Mike was in his room with his girlfriend. Along comes Fiona. Mike, his girlfriend, and Fiona are hanging out. After a little bit of time passes, Mike and his girlfriend start to get a little bit more intimate. Fiona doesn't leave, and for some fucking reason, Mike doesn't tell her to leave. So she just watches them.
Well, okay, I think I'm with Mike. Yeah, it's her place too. But I'm trying to get my thing on, you feel me? I'm trying to get my groove on. And you're over here trying to be a third wheel. Do you want to sit in the chair? The fuck?
From start to finish. This was the dumbest ever chain of events that anybody has ever told me happened because all of it seemed very easily preventable. So when they tell me what happened, I'm like, haha, you guys had me going. I actually thought you guys were seriously arguing. You guys are kidding, right? Brother, But when I found out they were serious, that shit really pissed me off. because I've been in situations where people live together and they confuse those freedoms of living together with also thinking they should do other things together. And by the end of it, everybody has a delusional idea about what went down, why it went down, who wanted who, and who wanted what. And if you cannot safely live with somebody without crossing those boundaries, and once you two decide to take that step across that boundary, you're arguing about it later instead of taking responsibility for your part in it, you clearly weren't smart enough to make that decision in the first place. Fiona, you should have left. Michael, you should have told her to leave. Neither of you guys
That is true.
did what you were supposed to do in that situation, so neither one of you is more the good guy and neither one of you is more the bad guy. Stop arguing about it and grow the fuck up. The craziest part is, from what I noticed, despite both of them having this argument previously, she still hung out around him religiously, like every fucking day, every second of the day. Besides that, did not even...
I could be wrong, but I think she wants him. That's probably why.
remotely seem like Michael's girlfriend liked Fiona. And I can't speak on their relationship because I'm not in it. Trust me, I understand that. But from the outside looking in, it seemed like one of those do whatever the fuck I say or you won't be my girlfriend by tomorrow type deals. And there's a lot more to it than that, but that's not my story to tell. I did not want there to be any more relationship drama where I lived. One day me and Kimmy are texting each other and we're furious because she thinks that the MCU Hulk is better. I'm an actual smart person, so I think that the early 2000s Hulk is better. She's like, alright, you know what?
The early 2000s Hulk, what?
It's better. I'm an actual smart person, so I think that the early 2000s Hulk is better.
Although, that does look the most accurate.
She's like, alright, you know what? F you, I'm coming over right now. We're gonna watch this early 2000s movie, and if it sucks, we're fighting. She comes over, we're on the bed sitting down before we actually start watching the movie, and in the middle of talking, she just kind of stops and makes a face. First, I don't know what's wrong with her, but then I start making the same face. Because we both hear these really weird screaming noises that...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Good God.
They're coming from the next room over from us. We both just laugh it off and keep trying to talk over it, but it is not working because it literally sounds like somebody is dying in the most dramatic way possible. After some time passes, I get a little worried, so I just give her the bowl of popcorn. I get up and I'm like, I'm sorry, one of my roommates must be playing like a game or something right now. I'll go tell him to keep it down. I walk out of my room, into the main hallway, and when I do, I see that Fiona's door is open. I go up to the door to ask her if she's okay, and dude, I'm gonna put it like this, but take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open, and you should not be that loud. That's all. So I close her door to give her some privacy. Doing that kind of stuff with your door open.
What the hell? Oh my.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
What
Open is
the
disgusting.
fuck?
And that was honestly my last straw with these people. It was going to suck having to pay almost $2,000 by myself for rent, but you know what? It's better that that fucking happens than for me to have my female friend be subject to this kind of stuff every time she comes over here. So you know what I did? Bro, we can't just talk about this? Oh, sure you can. Alright, man, so where I'm coming at it from is I think... And just like that, the place was back to being quiet. But it was a different kind of quiet. Because at least this time, I learned for sure, it's better to be happy by yourself than be miserable in a room full of people. Also, I learned that Kimmy's usually right about this kind of shit.
I'm still on their head,
True.
with my foot on their neck.
Yep. It's like the MCU Hulk is better. Except for the newer one. The newer one is... I don't got a good emote for it. The newer one is... There you go. There you go. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I'm going to go finish this, edit it up, and post it for y'all so that way y'all can see it on time. Without further ado, I have nothing else to say, so I'll see y'all later. Peace.